Area outside the bunker entrance.
Help me!
What's up, agents? Patrick Wolf here. Welcome to another Division 2 build video. So before we get into this build video, I just would like to say thank you for all the support lately, guys. We're streaming to 800 people on Thursday night. It was crazy. If you guys don't know, I do stream sometimes on weekends. It depends, but I normally let you guys know in the community. So make sure to click the subscribe and notification bell so you know when I'm streaming. It's a lot of fun. We're playing with the Pyro build. It is on my channel if you guys want to go check it out. It was a very good time, to say the least. So almost done. We're going to road to 10k subs, guys. What can I say? It's getting pretty good. Happy with the community so far. I'm creating an amazing community. The support and the positivity that I'm getting from especially my subscribers is overwhelming. That's the whole idea. I want to create a community where there's no complaining and there's no saying I quit the game and the game needs to. That's not me. If you guys know me, I love the game. I think the game is at the best place it's ever been. I love it when they change everything. I'm going to release a full review video probably this week on TU6 because I've been just debating a few things in my head. There's a lot to talk about, so it's going to be quite a long video. It's going to take me a while, but I wanted to get these build videos out first. Right, guys, so this is the designated healer build. This build is the ultimate support build in PvE. This will be a PvE build. You can use it in PvP, but it's going to be very difficult to use. Conflict would probably be the best way, but focus on PvE, guys. This is if you want to use a sniper build that will heal your teammates and yourself unbelievably well. When I say well, I mean one of your little hive drones or whatever you call them will heal a teammate completely full armor if they have 500,000 armor instantly with this build. It's ridiculous. Yes, it is. There's a few things you need to proc, but we're going to get into that. So this is the designated healer build, guys. So you're going to want to use for this time, normally you would think I would use the technician for the extra skill power, but you're wrong. We want to have a balance. We want the healing element, but also to put out a lot of damage. Now, I'm doing about 540,000 damage a shot without a headshot increased scope. So you do a lot of damage with this. It's very good with the DTE as well. So we're going to be focusing on one in the head. Obviously, you guys should know this. And marksman rifle damage. Also assault rifle damage. Because the Pyromaniac is such an amazing gun that you guys have to get. I'm going to tell you right now. The Pyromaniac is the strongest gun right now in this game, in my opinion. In PvP and PvE. It's ridiculously good. So top priority, agents. You need to go and get the Pyromaniac assault rifle. I'm going to show it to you now. Where do you get it? I got mine from Dark Zone boxes, but just go to the assault rifle sections of the map, do lots of heroic missions, just keep opening loot boxes, and hopefully you get it. Pray to RNGesus because it's not easy to get. I've only ever gotten one. I know people who have gotten 6 of them in a few days. So it is incredible. It's really good and it works well with any build. I'm going to be integrating it a lot with my builds. It's going to be integrated perfect with this, and I'm going to explain why. This is the designated healer build, guys. Alright, so it's a 4-4-9. The reason why is because we want to balance survivability with damage. And we've also got that 9, which will be from the BTSU gloves, which we're going to get into in a minute. Alright, so we're using sharpshooter, remember? You guys could use technician. Now remember, I've almost maxed out my skill power for this gun. It's almost maxed out. For all the mods that I have. Now, if you use technician, you wouldn't need to stack so much skill power, but that's why I've put skill power on this build, so you can go either way. If you want to go for more damage and then use the technician for that 60% extra skill power for healing, then you can go for that. It depends how you want to do it. There's many ways to do it, as long as you're doing high damage with high healing capabilities. So we have got This gun right here, which we're going to get into now, but first let me tell you guys these stats. So we got 271k armor, which is a lot for what we are running. That is decent. That's not bad at all. Health 27k. Don't you guys worry about any of that. You are going to be staying alive all the time. All right. Then we have 2,600 skill power, 2,700. If you have better mods, if I can get better mods, then I will be able to get it higher. Make sure you guys have 4 reds. You cannot have four reds or more. You can only have 4, not more than that, because otherwise perfect entrenched will be inactive. So we want to make sure that this is inactive. So sometimes it glitches out like that. You see, currently it's not actually showing. So I just go like this and you go back into it and it, for some reason there, it's active again. I don't know why it does that. So don't worry about that. I'm sure you guys have that often. It's a bit annoying, but because I'm like OCD with that. So it just happened there. It was a good example. So that's why we need 4 because of that. 9 is for the BTSU gloves, 90% extra healing. So it's very important we get our electronics very high for this. That's another reason why speccing into skill power on the pieces itself will benefit from the BTSU. So right, let's get into the pieces. This is the cornerstone of the build. This gun is very good. I'm sure you guys have it. If you don't have it, it's the designated hitter. It does quite a decent amount of damage. The talent Perfect Reformation is so underused in this game. It is incredible. Headshot kills increase skill repair and healing by 75%. That is ridiculous, right? That's for 25 seconds. That's the reason why it's so strong. 25 seconds. So that lasts forever, and you're going to be getting a lot of headshot kills because we've got so much damage. Stable, I haven't even re-rolled this. I don't even need to. Stable is terrible for this gun. You roll whatever you want. I would personally go for more ammo. More ammo is always good on any kind of sniper build. Cannon is pretty good because while equipped, this weapon increases throwing distance by 10%. Why is that good? Because you can throw your hive further ranges to help your team. So that is actually important. Cannon is very good for any kind of healer support build because this is what this is. Then the Pyromaniac. This is my favorite gun in the game by far. If you guys watch the streams, you will know it's insane. Perfectly ignited, 40% weapon damage to burning enemies. We're going to be proccing the BTSU with the fire chem starter. That the fire igniter. It's insane. It burns enemies so well, and after 2 kills, you actually apply the burning status effect. So you can finish your enemies off with this and get the BTSU to proc at all times. If you have this gun holstered, you will proc BTSU all the time. So it's very good to use with the BTSU gloves because you actually get it to proc every 2 kills. So Allegro is a must-have on that. Double duty doesn't really matter there. It's an amazing gun and I love this gun. So make sure to have that as your secondary. This build's going to be a bit difficult to make, but if you guys farm towards it, you will be amazed at how this build can save your team from any kind of content. If they are in your hive and you are getting headshots, they will not die, you will not die. So the pieces. So we're going to go over the mask. I've gone for Alp Summit because it's got a nice, decent damage to elites. That is 46% DTE. Skill haste plus 20% there. You guys won't believe how much skill haste this build has. I'm going to show you just now in the stats section. Surge, extra skill haste. That's 40% skill haste and 46% damage to elites just off one piece. Very, very nice. Now we don't have hard hitting because we do not need hard hitting. Don't you worry, guys. You could put hard hitting instead of entrenched if you want extra damage. But like I say, all my builds are templates for you to work upon and work towards your playstyle. I'm good at hitting headshots, so entrenched. It makes me immune to anything. It makes me immortal if I have entrenched on my build for PvE. So the chest piece now, this is an insane chest piece, guys. 21% headshot damage, 1008 skill power. Hello. Accuracy is very nice for marksman rifles as well. Insulated. Why do I have insulated? Well, one being because the stats on this are too high and I can't pass them up for something else. Because vigilance would work. Perfect vigilance would be great. I understand that. But I don't have the right pieces to combine it. So if you guys would want to go for perfect vigilance, you can go for it. But let me tell you something now. If you're a veteran player of this game and you play a lot of PvE content, hazard protection is one of the most important things in sniper builds. Because if you get hit by any kind of fire or grenade, you are dead. With the amount of armor that we're running. So even 20, even 10% hazard protection could be the difference between you dying and surviving. So make sure to have a little bit of hazard protection on all your sniper builds. It's actually very important. The Hollow Man mask would work really well, but then you would lose a lot of damage. Maybe roll damage to elites on the Hollow Man mask. Like I say, guys, you can go crazy. There's so many. Don't copy me. Don't ever copy my builds. You adjust them. Always change them, adjust them. Never just say I'm going to copy him because I have my pieces the way I play, so I'm sure you guys are getting bored of me talking about that. But anyways, DNH holster, 38% skill haste. I can get way more than that, but I don't need to, as you guys are going to see why. Precise is a must on this build. You have to have precise. So all of your mods that you're going to be putting, we want Chem Launcher and Hive. I've only got one Hive mod. I just cannot seem to get more. That's why my skill power is not 3k. I could make it 3k, guys, if I can just get the right mods, but RNG is not good for me. So make sure you have nice Hive and Chem Launcher uh, mods for your builds to make sure to stack all of those. The backpack, this is a very juicy backpack. This is one of the reasons why this is such a good healing build. So we have got total armor on there, 535 skill power, 24% skill haste, 11k armor with hardened and safeguard. So killing a target grants 150% bonus to repairing and healing. That's another, so it's 75 plus 150, guys. You do the math. That's insane. That's a crazy, crazy amount of healing. Yes, it says for 5 seconds, but let me tell you now, you're going to be killing enemies every few seconds, and it only takes 5 seconds for you to proc 2 of your hive drones. So your teammates will be getting 2 like crazy amounts of healing every time you get a kill. So it does stack and it works really well. I know it takes 20 seconds. That's the only problem. They did nerf this, but you know what, guys? It makes sense to have this on the build. I see this proc a lot when I play with this build, so it is viable. You can change it if you want. If you don't want it, let me tell you now, the perfect reformation on the gun is really good. It's good enough, but this just amplifies the healing elements. So that's why I have safeguard on. It is a bit disappointing that we only get it every 20 seconds, but let me tell you now, 20 seconds goes very quick. So yeah, I've modded, obviously we got a few mods with marksman rifle damage, which is 4%, that's 5% weapon damage from every mod. I got 4,200 armor, 3% total armor with 5% explosive resistance. That is a beautiful mod. If you guys don't know, you need to get mods with that, especially in the meta, in the dark zone or anything. So that's very nice. So just mod with all your best mods. I don't need to tell you guys that. I don't need to show you that, just give you some advice because everyone has different mods. BTSU gloves, we're not going to talk about that too much. Everyone knows energy infusion. We're going to be getting 90% healing. So it's 150 plus 75 plus 90. That's insane. That's a lot. I need to get my calculator now. That's when you know the stacking is really good. And it works, guys. These really, and funny enough, when you shoot your fire starter chem, you will burn everything in sight. So it's not only just the healing from the sniping, healing your entire team, the damage you're outputting, but there'll be fire explosions everywhere and they'll be just getting wrecked. It's a lot of fun. This is also one of the important pieces of the build, Overlord Armament, Fox's Prayer, perfectly entrenched. So you get 15% of your armor back every headshot. And you're going to be hitting headshots every time you shoot your gun. So you will be healing yourself. That's why you don't even need to throw your hive onto you. You throw your hive to your teammates using cannon, and then you can heal yourself with just this talent alone. So I think you see what I mean by having cannon on, having a long throwing distance, having a good hive. It's because you don't even need to use your hive. You can focus completely on entrenched. If you have a better piece than this, unfortunately I don't. It rolls with Overlord. But if you want to use normal entrenched, that's fine. You could use it on something else. Have a higher, maybe 2 stats there. Be pretty cool. Maybe another blue, get more armor, maybe get up to 300k. It has an offensive mod slot, but I don't really need that right now, unfortunately. Otherwise it won't be active. I think safeguard will be inactive, so it's up to you depending on how you want to change it up. So those are the pieces. This build is very fun to use. Everything works together really well but you do have to concentrate when you're playing because there's a lot of elements that you got to remember. It's a different playstyle and I really do enjoy it. I'm sure you guys, if you like utility, will enjoy this. So the hive, we're going to be using the healer hive now. Interesting little thing. Healing in PvP, don't worry about that. Just healing 37,000. Very good. That's pretty decent. I've put a hive skill power because I don't have anything better in slot. I think the best thing I got is buff duration, which is not really going to help us too much. So I got 50% charges and 56% radius. Very nice. Radius is also quite important. I do have a bigger one, but I don't really need that right now. I'm going to be throwing it on my teammates, and you always stay huddled together. So I found rather have a bit more charges and radius to balance it out, but it depends what mods you guys have. Just focus on radius and charges. That's what's important. Then this is one of my favorite skills. If you guys know, this does a massive amount of damage. So this is going to proc your BTSU. I've got 88% damage and 6 ammo. You're just going to be going crazy shooting this. It absolutely destroys NPCs. It destroys them, it procs BTSU, and it just looks really cool. It's fun to use. So make sure to put that on as well. Alright guys, so this is the stats for the build. Everything's active obviously. Look at the headshot damage guys, and I'm not even using a proper scope. If you put a better scope and maybe put the Nemesis, you'll be getting upwards of 240% headshot damage. So it's really, really good. That's a lot of headshot damage considering the amount of utility that this build has. Let's go further down. Marksman 23, that's not too important. We know everything there. We've gone over all of that. Hazard protection, very nice 30%. That's very important for builds like this. Look at this, guys. 102% skill haste. Let me tell you now, you're going to have your skills back all the time. They're not going to go away. And if you want to switch skills up, you can, because this build has got so much viability in other skills. There, 102% skill haste. Crazy amount of burn damage. This build is very fun to use. I hope you guys understand from my explanations how to use it. Like I said before, the skill power can be increased. You can go for it and you can make it bigger. I could re-roll. I could get another holster with more skill power. I can get 700. I can get over 3k very easily. So you need to try and balance it out. For me, I don't need the highest mods. I just need my my mid-range to high mods, because the build is just. I've tried to balance the utility. If you guys understand what I'm saying, so you can on your holster. You can go for more skill power, that's up to you, but that 38% skill haste allows me to keep shooting those chems and throwing my hive down very often. So that's why I've gone for that rather. So I'm sure you guys understand what I mean. So that is the designated healer build. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's very fun to use. Utility is incredible. And like always, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I hope you guys did enjoy this build. I'll be posting quite a few more. Stay tuned, click the bell, subscribe, and I'll be seeing you agents in the next video. Peace out, boys.